Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, it's your host, Rania. And together I have with me today for this episode my sister, Nayli.
Hi guys!
Yep, so as you can see from the title itself, today's topic will be about love amongst friends. So basically, there are 5 different key agendas, sort of, that we're gonna talk about today.
Right.
They come in questions.
Haven't seen the questions, guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna surprise her. We're gonna surprise her. The first question: how do you nurture love in friendships? Second question: how do you show and be consistent in your friendships? Third: when a fallout happens, what are we supposed to do? What do we do? Fourth: why is love important in friendships? And 5: why expanding your circle of friends is helpful for their and your own self growth.
No, you
So
should explain to me what does the questions mean.
Yeah,
Means-
okay, I'll repeat it later, so don't worry about that, guys.
No.
But first, so basically, I'm trying to implement gratitude and what do you call that? Affirmations in my daily life. So I think from now on, each episode I'm gonna include 3 things that I'm grateful for and 1 affirmation that you have to follow. You have to follow exactly what as I say, and you must believe in it, okay? So 3 things I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful that we're starting this podcast right now. I'm grateful that it rained earlier. And I'm grateful for the circle of friends I have around me. And 1 affirmation for today is, so follow my lead. I know who I am, and I love who I am. Nayli?
I know who I am and I love who I am.
Yeah. Okay, so before we start with the episode, Nayli, could you please introduce yourself, a little bit about your friends, and 3 things that you're grateful for? So let's start
Okay,
with your
so
introduction.
hello guys, my name is Nayli and I have 3 close friends, 2 boys and 1 girl. So I got closer with them last year and then even more closer this year, and now we're low-key inseparable.
3 things that you're grateful for.
Right
In general,
now,
current.
I'm grateful that my exam ended. It was so tiring. I'm grateful that I could be the first guest for this
On
podcast.
this podcast.
And then last thing is I'm grateful that I can eat whatever I want.
Amazing, amazing. That's such good gratitude. Yeah. Okay, so guys, little clarification. So we're not experts, by the way. We don't observe people. We don't we don't know the
What do you
scientific
mean?
statistics. So anything we say here is basically just from our personal experiences and personal opinions. So you can believe some of them, you can also choose not to. You can follow them, you can still choose not to because again, we're not experts. And the language, our language, we're gonna be speaking in dual language.
Yeah.
So
Bilingual.
we're we're bilingual like that. Bruneian, we're Bruneians. We speak Malay, Bruneian and Malay. So that's the language that we're gonna be speaking throughout the video. There's gonna be a mixture of English, Malay, and Bruneian Malay. So I'm gonna give the translation as the subtitles below. So just in case viewers here aren't Bruneians, so that you know what we're talking about. Should we get onto it?
Yeah.
Let's get started. Oh my god.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. So the first question, how do you nurture love in friendships? So basically, how do you show love in your friendships? Or how do you practice love in your friendships?
Right. Okay. Let's start with me. So the way that I show my love to my friends is I usually do acts of service and words of affirmation. For example, kalau acts of service is I help them to do things, and then macam just simple things like open a bottle or something, and then carry their stuff. Yeah, just like that. And then kalau words of affirmation, it's I'm gonna say oh, you look so pretty today. You're so smart. It's like that. And then macam yeah, it helps them macam also to
boost their self-esteem.
yeah, and then macam kirakan dorang macam manifest in their head lah. And it's
So it can come true.
yeah.
So they believe that it's true. People see them that way.
Yeah.
And they're oh, so they start to believe it. That's how manifestation works. Say things and you start to believe them eventually.
My girlfriend, Like she usually share her love to us by words of affirmation lah. She's also good at that. And then kala my other two friends, they usually do acts of service. So it's basically macam sama like kami semua.
Yeah.
And then but also like gift giving pun they also like that's how they show their love.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the gifts they gave. I can tell that you guys love each other from the
Yeah.
gifts like you give to each other, the gifts you guys exchange. Like it's not just like one single gift. It's always like three at least.
Yeah.
At least. And it's usually things that people don't really give to others, and it's like you can tell it's from the bottom of their heart, you know?
Yeah,
It's very genuine.
You know, like my friends, yeah, all of them. All of them like to take pictures, and then macam each of them macam suka to play with cameras, and also me, so like we have something in common lah. And yeah, we like to macam document our lives like that, and it's really fun to have a friend group like that.
True. So basically, how do you practice love in friendships is by understanding their love language and understanding yours too. So when you know what your love language and their love language are, it's easy for you to show your love to each other. So like in Dakan, like if your friend likes words of affirmation, but you give them physical touch. Like if they're not comfortable with that, if with physical touch, then what's the point? You know, what's the point of? Then they won't feel loved at all because their love language is words of affirmation. So that's what you give them. That's what you give them. So how do you practice love in friendships is by understanding the love language they give and the love language that they like to receive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cute. So in my case, however, I mostly show. Okay, my friend groups are. I have a lot of friend groups.
Yeah, really big ones too.
Really big ones too. And they change every month. They don't change. I just have like a lot of friend groups. Like unlike Nayli, she has one fixed friend group, right?
Yeah.
But however, I like to explore and expand my circle. As the head girl, as the former head girl of my school, I tend to make friends along my, leadership. So from there, that's how I create that's how my friend groups expand. And now it's not like before. I used to have like one friend group that I hang out with the whole year, but this year I have like different friend groups that I can hang out with anytime. Like there's one for my bio class, there's one for my year 9, year 10 class, there's one that I just had recently. My best friend, Shez. I'll invite her soon, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, she invited me into their group. So, yeah, so that's how we just got close, like from events and stuff like that. And how do I show love in that friendship, in those friend groups, is again by understanding their love language. Like, if they're not the type to, they don't like receiving acts of service, then I won't give them acts of service. I will, like, let's say if they love physical touch. Okay, if she's a girl and she likes physical touch, that's what I will do. Give physical touch. And yeah, and honestly, having many friend groups help you realize that everyone likes being loved. Everyone likes feeling loved, and they love feeling respected. And that's what I always try to practice in my friendships, to practice that respect within the friend group. I guess that's how we nurture love in our friendships. It takes practice though. It takes like trial and errors. Like I remember my first ever friend group, I would say, it did not end well. We're still friends now. We're good friends now, alhamdulillah. But back then it was a bit toxic, I would say. Maybe it's because of the immaturity. Yeah, because we were like
Same.
year 7, year 8. Yeah, we were very immature. Boys were a thing. Boy problems were a thing.
Yeah.
Breaking girl codes was a thing. So
anyways, yeah, about the toxic friendship. Me and two of my friends from the group, we were initially friends when in year 7. And then there was a conflict between us. And yeah, we like got into a fight, but it's like not intense. Yeah, it's because like we're immature, and then macam we fight over small things and we make it macam big, unnecessary fights ba. Like that. And then we eventually like made up like throughout the years. And then finally we got closer again when last year. And then now we're like siblings.
Yeah, like I think it was just because of the immaturity, which is normal. I think
Yeah.
it's bound to happen, but lessons were learned. Lessons were definitely learned throughout those years. Like I feel like we really needed that wake up call from your in our year 7,
Yeah.
year 8 days. Like that's that was when fame was a thing as well. And
Yeah, especially
after
when you baru masuk to school.
yeah, so like after that that's when you realize like it's really unnecessary. Like being famous is really not that important. It's not everything, you know?
Yeah. When you baru masuk.
Yeah, that's true.
And like you want to know everybody, you want to be friends with
Yeah.
everybody.
Which is good, which is good. After knowing everybody, it makes you realize like, oh, not everyone will like you. Not everyone will vibe with you. So don't force friendships out of that. Like
If they're sure that
disinterest-
they're uninterested.
yeah, if they show that they're uninterested, don't force it. Don't force to create that friendship with each other. It's no use. It's just a waste of your energy.
Yeah, that's what I also learned. Like, you
They're
don't really
unnecessary.
need a lot of
Everyone.
friends. So, quality over quantity.
Correct.
No, it's like, eventually you will get a lot of friend groups because, like, you're pre-Yugan.
Yeah, pre-U
So you have
basically
to,
means
like,
upper six.
Socialize with everybody.
Yeah. Like over time you grow and you learn from each other, understand each other better and you understand why they act a certain way. And I think because they also grew along the way, that's why the friendship kind of like it improved. And I guess that's why I have like a lot of friend groups now. It's because everyone definitely grew. Everyone grew of
Yeah.
that immaturity. Everyone grew over that toxic mindset. Everyone's just so kind now. Everyone's just so mature. Everyone's just so like what matters now is just the memories, making memories with each other because it's our last year in our school. I mean, like me and my batch. So we're just doing the best we can to make more friends, to make more memories, and to make the last year as as amazing as
Memorable.
possible. Yeah, as memorable as possible. Oh yes,
They
that's
changed so
another
much.
that's another tip actually in your friendships to have I would say once in a while deep conversations with each
Yeah,
other.
it's really
It
important.
heals you so much, so much. Which I'm being honest and being transparent with each other helps in the
Friendship. Yeah.
okay, helps in the friendship. Well, I guess it works in relationships
Yeah.
too. But okay, we're talking
Any
about friendships.
relationship.
Any relationship, being transparent and being honest about what you like and what you don't like is so important. Like there's I have this group of friends where we just talk about self-growth and self-development and oh my god we're always talking about how we can improve in our religion, in our deen, how we can improve from our akhlaq, how we speak, how we talk to each other, how we converse, how we act around each other, and how can we improve in terms of our health too. Like there's this friend group that I have, like we would like sort of like conduct hangouts that requires us to go out and take care of our health, like go on a hike or go for cleanups. Like we actually serve to the community. Like having friendships like that is so useful. It helps heal your soul, and those are the types of friendships that you should have in your life. Like the friendships that heal your soul. The most valuable friendships are friendships that help you heal your inner soul, that
Yeah,
help you
definitely.
become the better version of yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Next question. Like, how do you show up and be consistent in your friendships? Like, I'll give an example. So me personally, how do I show up and be consistent in my friendships? Just be there when they need it or when they don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Be there. Don't just be there only when they're sad. Be there when they're happy. Be there in their
Yeah.
good times, bad times. Celebrate their wins, even how small it is. Text them like to ask how they are once in a while. Actually, if every day, if possible. Like I mean, we
Yeah.
all have we're all busy, but like making time for your friendships really helps. There was this podcast that I listened to. I forgot who was the speaker, but it was all about friendships as well, and that kind of like inspired me to create this episode. So basically, you text your friends like the way you text your siblings. Like you know how, like us,
We barely text.
exactly. That's and then when we text, it's so random.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't need to say hi, how are you? How's your
Yeah.
dad? Like you don't have to say that. Like you know.
That's for relationships, guys. I
No,
don't think.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Like you don't really have to be formal, you know. You don't have to
Yeah.
like create like a whole what macam, hi, how are you? How's your
Yeah,
mom? How's
by
your
the
dad?
introduction.
You can just send that TikTok link that's been in your